Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to ChippysCouch. Today we return as always for a little more Thorium, and as requested, we're starting in the episode next to the previous Relic. Yeah, this has been popping up quite a bit ever since the Relic stand was built. People be like, no, you gotta start the intro next to the Relic. We want to know all about progression. Well, here you go, I have delivered. And so shall you. Give a like to the video. Yeah, that's right. It's Big Business James today. No, welcome back. So in today's episode, what are we doing? Well, I think the first thing I want to do, I wish I had a bug net so bad, okay? We are too poor to be passing up on golden birds like this. Like, what am I even doing? I don't even have one. Do you know how many truffle worms I've missed? It's not good. So I think the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to head back to the jungle and we are going to refight Plantera to hopefully get the... Well, actually, we don't have to rely on hope. I have to hope that I sort this out in time. And remember, this corruption is not looking good. No, we're going to get some blooming weave and we are going to make the weapon that you can make from Plantera, which I think was called the Maw. It's the Plantera guitar. It looked sick, and you know, I said yesterday I'm probably not going to be going out of my way to like refight bosses for certain weapons, blah blah blah, right? That's what I say to you yesterday, James, because this is the Maw. No, it just looks cool, and I'm like, well, if it looks kind of cool, I got to do it. It also gives me another excuse to be down here and checking on Life Fruit. Well, anyway, what's happening after we've refought a boss? Like, what's going on? Well, I think the next thing is we're going to go back into the dungeon. So yesterday I cut the dungeon section out, if you watched till the very end. Because it was a really long episode and all I did was just potter about getting ectoplasm. But we're probably going to go back there, talk about some of the things that I cut out yesterday. And then once that is done, we're going to do the pumpkin moon and the frost moon and just see how we get on. And see what it's like and see if there's any weapons that we might want. Because I think one of you said that there is a barred weapon to obtain. Right, so let me take this, find the Plantera bulb again. I think it was on this side. And we'll do a refight and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, it's going to be good. Also, I'm recording this episode very early in the morning. A lot earlier than I normally do. And why? Well, I got big business things to do today. Yeah, I've got some other work that needs to be done today. So I'm like, well, if I'm good and I do my ChippysCouch early and I make sure that, you know, Couch Gang satisfied, you know, the appetite has been fed, then I shall go off and do my other things. So I'm like, well, if I get up a little bit earlier, get it out the way. I don't like to say the phrase get out the way in regards to this. So it makes it sound like I don't want to do it, but do you know what I mean though? You know, it has to be recorded at some point. Technically every day it's getting it out the way. But I love this series, it's good. Right, and let me sort this out anyway. What I'm saying is, I'm quite tired, and I haven't woken up, and I might sound a little raspy, you know? This is how it goes. And with that, it is done. And this time, when I open it, I'm not going to let all the items go on the floor, which was something I did yesterday. Apologies. Somebody said make a void bag. I just can't. I can't. Until we get to 1.4.4, void bags are dead to me. This is the thing with playing an older version. I know that there are better void bags out there. I can't shake that from my mind. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's bin everything to make sure these items actually... Yeah, come here. I think we just got a barred weapon, actually. Did we get a barred weapon? Yeah. We got a Vuvuzela. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Oh, and it's homing because of our accessory. Oh, very cool. Right, let's go back to the base then. And we'll take a little look at this. When I'm tired, a lot of these items are very overwhelming, you know? There's a lot going on right now. I just want to dump it away, clear my mind, and figure out what I do and do not need. I do not need this or this. I'm going to put that in there, and we'll sell the relic in a bit. Okay. So the Vuvuzela gives you resource consumption chance 1, resource maximum 1, and resource regen 3. Releases and antagonizing sound bursts, double in damage and ricochets upon killing an enemy. Pretty cool, right? 126 symphonic damage, so let's test it out. Does this give me the doubling effect because it's targeting a target dummy? I don't know. Because if it doesn't, I would say pretty high DPS. But once again, if we compare it to this one, it's just iconic at this point. It's just too good. Okay, so the weapon was called the Maw. Yeah, okay. Right, let's see this one. I've been excited for this one. So this one gives defense 3 and damage reduction 2. So that already makes it pretty valuable, because we don't have any of these that do that. Fires off a grasping mouth that, when channeled, sticks to its target. Additional grasping mouths attempt to latch onto nearby enemies. Let's see it. Oh! Now, come on. Is that not kind of sick? So you have a little bit of that, right? And then, bam, a little bit more of this. Okay, we're tag teaming. This is why Bard is so sick. I love being able to swap between them and get all the buffs. Right, so next thing is heading to the dungeon. Now, I think somebody said yesterday that there's a weapon that we can get exclusively. No, I take that back. I take that back. That was about the Pumpkin Moon. But there might be something in the dungeon, so we'll keep an eye out. But I don't think I have enough ectoplasm to really do much of anything at the moment anyway. So this will be nice. I don't want to... Oh, no. I've antagonized them. Quick. Down underground. I was just about to say, I want to try this weapon out, but I don't want to hit the lunatic cultists. It feels bad. One thing I could do is I could get the Master Ninja gear today. That would be kind of sick. But then again, my Shield of Cthulhu is so broken, I'm like, that is kind of nice. Right, so I've done some exploring in the dungeon. I did not get a lot out of it because I feel very weak. Yesterday, I felt very powerful. Not today. No. I was getting stomped around in the dungeon, okay? And I double-checked, all right? I'm actually wearing my helmet. So let's have a little look then and see if there's anything Bard that we can make with some of this stuff. Because then we kind of know... like, how much we actually need to use ectoplasm for. So, there are terrarium cores. Now, these are, like, Thorium's endgame. You know, the be-all of end-all. We do not need this quite yet. But what about Spectre Bars? So, you can make the Ghastly French Horn, which gives critical strike chance 3 and damage 3. That sounds kind of cool. Is there anything else that we can make with it? I don't think there is. So let's make them let's make the Pumpkin Moon Medallion. Let's start off with that, and then we'll go from there. So we'll get the Moon Medallion, bam, easy crafting recipe. Then we'll make Spectre Bars. So we'll make a bunch of them. I think it was 12 we needed. Do I make more? No, I'm gonna save them so that we don't have to go back quite yet. And then it's the Ghastly French Horn. So let's try this weapon out. So it does 155 symphonic damage, unleashes a ghastly sound eruption, which sucks in enemies and explodes after hitting an enemy. Oh, now that's cool. So I can imagine during the event we could chuck down a couple of them. Oh, can you only chuck down one at a time? We'll see when there's enemies around. Okay, so I'm gonna sleep. I'm actually gonna buy some more potions as well. Then we'll give the Pumpkin Moon a go. Now, in terms of progression and whatnot, I don't really have, like, an end goal for this event. You know, I'm not going to be doing it until we get to Wave 15, for example. Not really too bothered. This is more about, like, can we find anything cool? If we can't find anything cool, we'll just move on. All right, so let's give this a go. I'm kind of curious, will it actually spawn in when you're slightly off of spawn? This is one of those things where, as a Terraria player... I probably should know. I just don't. So, we'll see what happens. Oh, they've already spawned in. Good. Yeah. All I was thinking is, I kind of want to be in an area where they're not going to be able to hide in houses and such. So, for this, we're going to be flicking between a bunch of different weapons, you know, doing our thing. How's this explosion one work? Oh, it's kind of sick, actually. Do you know what? It's honestly not bad. Especially because it doesn't seem to use much inspiration to actually use it. I don't know. Is it the best one? Probably not. But it does give you the good buffs, and that's what we're going to be doing. Just flicking through, seeing how many buffs we can get, and cracking on. Now, I imagine if there is a Bard weapon, it's likely to come from the mini-bosses. So I guess for all of these little, like, you know, spongy ones, we'll just, we'll jump cut, and we'll work our way through. All right, so that's the first mini-boss taken down. Did we get anything good? We did not. I'm going to keep an eye on the drops and just see if there's anything new. I'm thinking maybe it might be the actual pumpkin themselves that actually drop the item. Like, it can't be easy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be from the substantial boss, you know? All right, we've got a pumpkin. This is good. I didn't know if we'd get to this point, but I dig it. So I'm going to wait for my... Actually, do you know what? The best thing I could probably do is this weapon. Tell you what, let's give it one of these so we get the damaging buff, and then we'll flip back over to this one. Yeah, this is good. I feel like if I can dodge, we're going to have a pretty nice time against the actual pumpkins. Getting to the pumpkin itself, I don't know. It seemed a little risky, right? It seemed like the enemies could take me out too easily. But now that we've actually got one, the good thing is you can just, like, take it away from everything else. Let's, like, slap a little bit of the more down. Get a little bit of a defense buff. Keep it going. If our inspiration regen faster, we'd have done this by now. But that's the fun and the challenge of Bard. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bard. Replaying Bard, again, has just shown me, like, this is why Thorium is special. I've never played Healer, as we know. But this Bard sets it apart from the rest. This thing Bard is so well realized. So let's see. We did not get a Bard weapon. If we were playing Melee right now, that'd be so sick. The first one giving you the Horseman's Blade. That's such a banging item. Alright, that's the third one we've taken down now. And I've yet to get a Bard weapon. But that's alright. It's you know, honestly, not the end of the world. Or actually, do you know what it might be? I think I might have been thinking about this all wrong. I reckon it's probably the... I reckon it's probably the spooky wood. It's probably the spooky wood where you get the item from. Because that would make a lot of sense. I'm going to try and kill as many of these little minions on the floor. Just to get some more. Because we've only got 30 seconds left. So, I mean, well, we've got 20 now. He's just going to fly away. That's probably what it is. It's the spooky wood. Or at least I'm hoping it is. Because like I say, I'm probably not going to refarm events out like this. Just to get a weapon. Also, sorry about all the jump cuts today. I am tired, and I can feel it. And I'm like, well, you know, I like saying things in short bursts. It helps. Okay, so, first things first, we're going to add the relic to the stand. That's right. That's how we know we've made major progress. I love it. I love the love for the relics. Okay, that was one, and that is two. Yeah, it's looking good, right? I'm going to have to extend it tomorrow. It's already full. So, we did get the hexed branch. What do we think about this? We could be running around, right? Hear me out, everyone, just real quick. We could be running around. Let me get to a flat area. Like this. Okay. Or, alternatively, like this. What are we thinking? Okay. I don't want that. But I do want that. Right, spooky wood. Bam. I forget that it's wood. Okay. Spooky wood. Does it make a bard thingy? I don't know. Not one that I can see. Let me check the boss log then. So, Pumpkin Moon. Loot and collection. Okay. So, what do we get here? That's healer class. That's healer. Oh, that's the effigy. The effigy. Is there anything? I love the sprite, by the way. The sprite is actually sick. Oh, it's here. Haunting bass drum. Percussion instrument. Bangs the bass drum, dealing massive damage to all nearby enemies. So it's like a bongo. Now I feel like I have to get it. Oh, it does look kind of sick, doesn't it? All right. I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm gonna do it. I kind of have to at this point. Now I need to know where it comes from, though. I'm gonna wiki it. So it turns out, according to the wiki, it does drop from pumpkins. Now I've only killed one in this pumpkin moon, and this is likely to be the second and only one I do, unless I get like really good and another one spawns in immediately. So if we don't get it, that's why. But I would really like it because I do like bongos. I feel like the bongos is a staple of the Let's Play. And if I can get it, I'll be very happy. But it kind of more depends on timing, to be honest. This event is like still pretty rock solid with what we've got. Mainly because our defense is just really low. Alright, so that's over. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. I might dedicate time tomorrow to that. Because, I don't know, the bongos, it's a thing, you know? It's just a thing. It's a staple of the channel. I feel like we've got to get the hard mode bongos. I don't know why I'm saying bongles. Listen, I'm tired, all right? It's no excuse to be mumbling, but it is what it is. So yeah, we'll leave that for now. But I will probably give it another go tomorrow. I do really want it. So next up then, I imagine, is just the Frost Moon. Yeah, just the Frost Moon, and we'll see how we get on. Because after that, it's the Forgotten one. I'm excited for the Forgotten one, because I genuinely can't remember much about it. I think, though, a big part of it, and I might be remembering mods wrong, is like blowing up the gaps between these little caves so that you can move around quite a bit during the fight. I think that's what it is. I think you need to, like, go into here, kill a certain kind of fish, and then, yeah, blow up the walls between and just see what happens. Right, so we'll do the moon, the Frost Moon, and then we'll see what happens. So, to kind of lead into my thing earlier about jump cuts, also, sorry I'm not talking too much over these events. The way events kind of go in my mind is I just like to chill out, shut my brain off, shoot some zombie elf things, whatever these are, and just, you know, relax. That's kind of how I treat events, you know? The main waffling and talking, that's usually during a boss fight. But with events, it's all, you know, it's very samey. But just in regards to that, I am enjoying the events. And in modded, it's quite fun. I forget how quick these early waves go, though, in the Frost Moon. It gives you such false hope. Like, we're whipping through these waves a lot faster than we were the Pumpkin Moon. But obviously, Frost Moon is the step up from the Pumpkin Moon. So it's already past 12, and I'm only just getting to Sand Tank. So I think if there's a barred weapon from the Queen, don't think we're going to get there. If I'm only just beating Sand Tanks now. That's alright. I mean, it's fine. And it's past 4:30. So, yeah. Bit of a waste of time. But I think it's really all about perspective. Because if you pair with the fact that we got the Horseman's Blade very easily, and we also got the Christmas Tree Sword very easily, and a chain gun. If I was playing anything else, I'd be having the best day of my life, right? That's the way we got to look at it. Also, though, we did get 2 more relics. And I know what you're thinking, that's the episode made. Yeah, that's right. 2 relics, okay? Get hyped, everyone. So, I guess we look back now, then, and see, was there anything from it that we could have done? Ah, right. I didn't look at this before, but this, yeah. So this is where you get it from. The Wikipedia was right. Frost Moon. Is there anything that we could have got that we would have wanted? That seems kind of cool. I mean, it's thrower, but I just like it. It's good. I thought this whistle was going to be a weapon then, but it's not. Okay, so it looks like, I might be wrong, but it looks like no barred weapon, and that's good. Oh, no, there was. The Jingle Bells. See, now I really want that because of the aquatic ability. I feel like that'd be kind of cool for the next boss fight. Gosh, I killed a few of these as well. All right, so today's episode, wrapping it up. The events were interesting, very interesting. I think tomorrow I'm going to do some... I need to go do some dungeon exploring to get more loot to carry on and whatnot. But I think tomorrow we're going to do them, but I'm going to really heavily jump cut them. We'll, like, do the intro, do the outro, because I want to do the boss tomorrow. I don't want to bog down the episode with too many events. You know, 1 episode, it's fine. Right, have a great one, everyone. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day. Wash your hands, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.